Morning Year 9s. We're going to have a look at just the A-level questions from the Semester 1 exam. So we're asked to expand and simplify the following expressions. Now we can use a little rule. We go first and first, the two outside numbers, two inside numbers, and the last. First for FOIL, and we go expand the 4 times the x and the 4 times the minus 2. So let's see what we get. The first x times x is x squared. The second thing we'll do is x times 4 is 4x. Then we've got the first the inside, 3 times x is 3x. And then 3 times 4 is 12. There's plus there. And we've got our brackets over here. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times minus 2. Positive times negative is a negative. 4 times minus 2 is minus 8. Now we've got to simplify. That means putting like terms together. It's only one x squared term. So that's still going to be x squared. And we've got plus 4x plus 3x plus 4x. So that's going to be plus 11x when we add them all together. Plus 12 minus 8 is plus 4. And that's that expression expanded and simplified. So have a look at the next one. We've got two sets where we have to expand this way. So we first times first, that's going to be x squared, first times last, plus 1x, minus 2 times x minus 2x. Minus 2 times 1 is going to be minus 2. Then we have to be careful, there's a negative here, and then we're going to have to take away this expansion here. So let's have a look at our terms. X times x is going to be x squared. The next one is going to be x times 1, which is 1x. We can just write that as x. Minus 2 times x is going to be minus 2x. Minus 2 times 1 is going to be minus 2. Minus, and I'm going to put all these in this last bracket here. We'll change the sign in a second, but to keep it simple, this is the way I'll go. X times x is going to be x squared. And we've got minus, so x times 2 is going to be plus 2x. Minus 1x is going to be minus x minus 2. Okay, so let's have a look at some of these things we can do. We've got an x squared minus an x squared. Those two things are going to cancel out. So we're not going to have any x squared terms left. We're going to have an x squared minus 2x. That's going to be minus x minus 2x. That's going to be minus 3x minus 1x. It's going to take us back to 2x. We put all the x's together, we're going to end with 2x. We've got minus 2 minus negative 2, and that is going to equal minus 2 plus 2 is going to equal 0. So all that is going to simplify down to 2x. Okay, the taxi fare question. Charge $420 for every ride, plus $1.20 per kilometre. So if the taxi fare is $50.50, how far have they travelled? What's the linear equation? So the fare is going to equal $4.20 plus $1.20, 1.2 times the number of kilometres. That's our rule. Now if we're going to multiply this out, we're going to have a look at this and say, okay, well if the fare is $50.50, $4.20 plus 1.2 times the number of kilometres. Put a little times in just to remind us there. Let's get rid of the $4.20. We'll subtract $4.20 from both sides. So that's going to leave us with $46.30 equals 1.2 times the number of kilometres. To find out the number of kilometres, we're going to have to divide both sides by 1.2. So $46.30 divided by 1.2. It's going to equal 1.2 divided by 1.2. That's just going to be the number of kilometres. And when we calculate that, I've got my calculator here, we've got 46.30 $38.58. Sorry, it's in kilometres, so 38.58 kilometres. Now, we've got a cat perched on top of a cliff. that is 40 metres high. So here's our cat up here. So the cliff rises at 90 degrees, which makes it suggest that we're looking at a right angle triangle. 5 metres away, and this is clearly not drawn to scale, is the mouse. The cat wants to jump on the mouse and wants to know what angle they have to jump there. Seems very thoughtful of the cat to be thinking in angles. So let's have a think about this. Right angle triangle. So this is going to be the hypotenuse over here. This is the angle we're interested in. So this is going to be the angle opposite down here. And this is the angle adjacent or next to the angle. So if we go through our rules, we know that tan of an angle equals opposite over adjacent. So in this case, it equals 5 divided by 40. 5 divided by 40 is 1/8. It's going to be somewhere around 0.125, but let's just 5 divided by 40, 0.125. And the tan of x. So if we now go to a calculator and calculate, so it's got to be in degrees mode, we go the opposite tan of 0.125, it equals 7.13 degrees. So x equals 7.13 degrees. Now, a question about a leaking water tank. We've got a duplicated question there. So it's just kind of looking at how quickly something is flowing out. So Steve is a farmer in Essex, so a little bit outside Brisbane, has a water tank. The water tank was full, and there's a crack. So after day 4, it equals 920 litres. Day 9 equals 670. So the rate at which the water is leaking, we've seen that it's fallen in capacity by 250 litres in the 5 days between day, so it's losing 40 litres per day. Now, if it's 920, 4 days ago, it's going to be 920 plus 4 days leaking 50 litres per day. 4 50s at 200, there's going to be 1,120 litres. Now, the rule is going to be that the amount of water, let's say the volume in the tank, is going to equal 1,120 minus 50 times the number of days. So that if it's been leaking for 10 days, you will have lost 500 litres, and you'll be left with 1,120 minus 500, which would be 620 litres. How many days does it say, how many days until the tank will be empty? Well, the tank is going to be empty when the volume is 0. So we can write the 0 equals 1,120 minus 50D. We're going to find out what D equals. So let's add 50D to both sides. So we've got that 50D equals 1,120, and then we can divide both sides by 50. That will tell us the number of days, and that's going to be, I think, 22.4 days until